We apologize for the technical difficulties. Welcome to Jack Ruhr Field in Miesville, home of the Mudhens and home of the Class B state tournament. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but we are in the first inning. Just to catch you up, Sam Riola reached with it on a single. Jack Puder walked, and then Ethan Mackey hit an RBI single to drive in Riola from second base. And so there's nobody out. A 1-2 count on designated hitter Jeff Hoyer for the Champlin Park LoGators. Riola came around to score. Puder and Mackey are at second and third after advancing on a passed ball. And now Hoyer has a 2-2 count with nobody out. Christensen's pitch is lofted deep to right center field, drifting over on the track, out of the reach of McLean in right field. That'll allow just one run to score. Puder comes in, Mackey to third, Hoyer, and I'm not sure if they'll give that an error, but it was a tough play out there. I think they are going to give it a hit. So an RBI double for Jeff Hoyer. The first 4 base runners have reached for Champlin Park against Moorhead starter Cole Christensen, and now it's 2-0. Champlin Park here in the bottom of the first. Here in the top of the first, rather. I am all out of sorts. Apologies. Drake Sions, the second baseman, is up with nobody out. A 1-0 count as Christensen comes set. Runners lead from second and third as that one's taken high. McLean was there. It looked like he was maybe going to make the play. It was a tough one at the wall, and so Ethan Mackey with an RBI, or Hoyer, I should say, with an RBI double. Mackey with an RBI single, and Champlin Park has had 3 hits in this first inning already against Cole Christensen, who started the last game for Moorhead and led the Brewers to a 7-3 win over the Newmarket Muskies. The pitch. And he walks him. Drake Sions gets aboard with a walk, and now might see a visit from the umpire. No activity down in the Moorhead bullpen yet, but Cole Christensen's here clearly laboring early. He's loaded the bases here with that base on ball. He's walked 2, given up 3 hits. The first 5 batters for Champlin Park have all reached. I think I said 7-3. Moorhead comes in with a record of 23-7. They won their opening game 11-3 over the Newmarket Muskies. Cole Christensen went 7 innings to get the win. They're 14-1 in their last 15 games, so they are red hot. Champlin Park, though, a gaudy 30-13. They finished second in the Metro Mini behind the Blaine Fusion. They beat Chaska, the Cubs, 7-2 in the opening round of the state tournament. Riola was 2 for 3 with a stolen base and threw a complete game 4-hitter in which he struck out 10 and walked only 1. And Riola and Jack Puder have already come around to score, as you have number 69, Reed Connolly, the first baseman, at the dish. Very old school with the no batting gloves. Gorgeous uniform battle here today. Champlin Park in the cream, old school cream colored uniforms with the green helmets and socks and green lettering and numerals. LoGators and script across the chest. Conley takes low from Christensen. Moorhead Brewers, meanwhile, in the sky blue, powder blue, whatever you want to call that, with the maroon hats, maroon socks, lettering, and numerals. 2-1 the count on Reed Conley. Takes inside, nearly hit him. Christensen trying to work the inside part of the plate. Bases are loaded, a huge spot here early. Opportunity for the LoGators to break this game open with a crooked number in the first. The pitch. Checked his swing and took a called strike anyway. 3-1 the count. No, 3-2, beg your pardon. Nobody out here in the top of the first. The 3-2 delivery from Christensen. Wrapped on the ground, a high Texas chopper, picked up at third, over to first in time, but Connolly drives in a run. The third of the game with the RBI ground out. It was Adam to Peschel on the putout, but 5-3 the putout. RBI ground out for Conley as Maki was running on the play, and he crosses home plate. The other runners moved up as well, so Hoyer's at third and Scions at second. For Bryce Nelson, the shortstop. Still just one out in the inning. The pitch over for a strike. 3-0 our score here as Champlin Park looks to book a date with the Rochester Royals in tomorrow's semifinal at 11, right here at Miesville's Jack Ruhr Field. Champlin Park, 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. A couple batters have walked, and one of them's come around to score. A lot of pitches for Cole Christensen in this top of the first. The pitch. Wrapped on the ground, long play, underneath the glove of the shortstop, Salentine. It allows the run to score as Hoyer comes across. Scions advances to third. We'll see if they give that a hit. They do, so Bryce Nelson, a seeing eye single, drives in another run, and it's 4-0. Champlin Park just finding holes. Nothing particularly hard hit about the last couple, but they're getting the job done. Scions at third, now Bryce Nelson at first after that RBI single. And it brings up Matt Merrick right back to Christensen, who knocks it down, throws to first to record the out. Runners cannot advance.
Number 29 at third base, Ryan Bruns.
Brings up the third baseman, Ryan Bruns. So Champlin Park has batted around here in this first inning. 9th hitter to come to the dish. 4 runs on 4 hits for Champlin Park. They've also benefited from a few walks. Bruns open stance from the right side, and he swings and misses at that first pitch. Bruns, handlebar mustache, eschewing the batting gloves. Wide batting stance from the right side. Christensen rocks and fires and fouled off at the plate. We mentioned Newmarket's Alex Barrett took Christensen deep in the first inning last time, and indeed took him deep twice in the game. But that was all the damage the Muskies really could do, as they fell 11-3 to Moorhead. These have been 2 of the top 5 teams in the state all season long. Christensen fires, and it's tapped on the ground to the third base coach. 9th batter for Champlin Park to go to the dish. Wondering if the rain is going to pass on through. The sun has disappeared, and now indeed it has started raining again. Christensen's pitch fisted toward third. Up with it, Adam, over to first. Long throw, but he gets it there in time to retire the side. But Champlin Park scores 4 runs on 4 hits. They leave a couple. We head to the bottom of the first. 4-0 LoGators here in Miesville.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news! It's everything I ever wanted.
Plastic bag and then your bag. Yeah, give me a second.
comes up from up top too, so we really do need umbrellas up at the top too.
Pardon?
The rain's coming through the top too, so
That's not good.
ideally you'd be better put the over the camera, but
Well, we'll do what we have to do.
I just don't want to put the umbrellas on the tripod because then the wind takes it and it will, and then someone
I
gets
agree.
hurt.
Wow.
I tried to fix it, but no, I was
Yeah, but it's full of water now. I put all the water and stuff in it, so I'm going to rest my bag.
I wonder if they have a plastic bag down there.
Probably do at the concession stand. Let's wait till it gets worse first. Or like, let's go after the first inning.
The Brewers here in the bottom half of the first inning, leading off number 24 at second base, Braden Jacobson.
Braden Jacobson leads things off here in the bottom of the first for Moorhead as the rain starts to fall again here in Miesville. Jacobson punches that one foul. He looks at one wide, the second baseman, Jacobson leading off. It'll be Jacobson, Tanner Adam, and Denver Blinn here in the top of the first for Moorhead against Sam Riola. And Jacobson smokes a single into left center field to start things off for Moorhead. So both the leadoff hitters with ringing singles to get things going. Sam Riola, as we said, threw a complete game in his last outing. Riola, a complete game, 4-hitter, struck out 10 and walked only 1 in beating Chaska 7-2. He delivers in a big swing and a miss by Tanner Adam, the third baseman. Fantastic first inning for Champlin Park. As that's fouled off to the right. 4 runs, all earned on 4 hits, no errors, and they left 2, but took advantage of a couple walks, and they have staked Sam Riola out to a 4-0 lead with some timely hitting with runners in scoring position. Pitch from Riola, fanned by Tanner Adam, and he goes down swinging.
Number 23.
Not the most decisive cut. Brings up the designated hitter, Denver Blinn. Moorhead, certainly not the biggest team. Mike Peschel, the first baseman to follow, but obviously Moorhead, you look at their record and their preseason billing, they're a team that has been really good all season long. Riola checks it first, and Jacobson's back in time. Didn't look set on that, but middle infielders at double play depth. The rest of the infield straight away. Again, they'll throw back and check on Jacobson. We're in the bottom of the first from Miesville. Throw back to throw to first. They love keeping that runner close. 3 straight throws over. Now the pitch from Riola. Swung on and missed by Denver Blinn. Riola comes set and throws back over to first to keep Jacobson close. Really giving Jacobson a workout. 4 throws over and just 1 pitch to Denver Blinn. Outfield left to right, Heldman, Pooter, Maki. And out on the infield, Bruns, Nelson, Sions, and Conley. And then the battery of Riola and Merrick. 0-2 the count on Denver Blinn. The 0-2. Fouled off again to the right side. Sam Riola, a player at St. Cloud State, redshirt senior. And he strikes out Denver Blinn swinging. Played his high school ball at Blaine High School. Transferred actually from Louisiana Lafayette. He was the opening day shortstop for Louisiana Lafayette after playing at Iowa Western Community College and then transferring to St. Cloud State. So he enjoyed a pretty good college career, and he fans Denver Blinn for the second out of the inning. Mike Peschel standing in from the left side, wearing number 8, first baseman. And you're going to see this all weekend. Teams with a week to rest do just go with their ace again to try to lead them into that double elimination round. Fisted off the inside of the bat. Riola grabs it, flips to first to retire the side. So Moorhead gets a leadoff hit, but he's stranded at first after that. One left on base. We go to the second. Champlin Park leading it 4-0.
Baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.
Top of the second inning back here at Jack Ruhr Field, home of the Mud Hens in Miesville. Cole Christensen hoping to settle in here in the second inning after giving up 4 runs on 4 hits and a couple of walks in the first. Brings up pitcher Sam Riola. We just talked about Riola, and he was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a stolen base plus the complete game against Chaska, and he's already singled and scored a run to start the game here in Miesville. And he looks at a pitch high from Christensen. Maybe the nerves. Christensen trying to deal with nerves or something, but he was not on his game in the first inning as Riola fouls that one off. Defense plays Riola straight away. Christensen's pitch, and Riola wraps it on the ground to short. Salentine up with it, over to first, in time for the first out. 6-3 on the putout.
Now batting the center fielder Jack Ruhr.
Brings up Jack Puder, who walked and scored as well in that first inning. The first 5 batters reached for Champlin Park, and the LoGators jumped all over Cole Christensen in that opening frame. Puder batting from the left side with 1 out and nobody on. First pitch swinging, pops it down the third base line, but foul. Jack's brother Adam starred for Blaine this year. Blaine having a terrific high school program as that one's inside. disappointing section play. They lost their first game to Duluth East, but ultimately came back and then finished, I think, third in section this year. Pooter takes that inside, but Adam plays on the blue line for the Bengals hockey team and as well for the Blaine baseball team. Jack played his baseball at Blaine as well as he takes that one outside, and it's 3-1. Keen eye from Jack Pooter. That pitch taken low, and Jack Pooter works another walk. He's aboard with one out. Pooter playing his baseball now at University of Minnesota Duluth, and so he works his second straight walk, and he's aboard with one out here in the second inning. Brings up Ethan Mackey, who had an RBI single in his first plate appearance. Later come around to score himself. First pitch swinging, and he lofts it out to right center field. Coming over the right fielder, McLean. He'll put it away for out number 2.
Now batting the designated hitter, Jeff Hoyer.
Brings up Jeff Hoyer, who also had an RBI double on a deep drive to right field that McLean couldn't quite handle, and Pooter managed to scamper to second and drive in the 4th run of the inning with that hit, and it's fouled on back. Two out with one on as Pooter leads from first. Pitch taken low. Christensen would love to at least get through this inning unscathed, let alone have a clean inning. 1-2-3 inning, but the way Sam Riola can pitch, it's tough to go behind 4 runs. Hoyer lofts it out to center field, drifting back. Flayton just shy of the track. He hauls it in for the 3rd and final out. So the Brewers work around a 1-out walk, and as we head to the bottom of the second, they still trail it 4-0 here in Miesville.
Baseball.
You should feel good.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
I hope you're right. Jace McLean, David Ernst, and Chandler Eibach will be the batters for the Moorhead Brewers here as we begin the bottom of the second inning. They'll face Sam Riola. Got the lead runner aboard in the first, but couldn't advance him beyond that. As the right fielder Jace McLean stands in from the left side. And Riola misses low with his first offering. 4-0 LoGators lead the Brewers. Awaiting them in the next round, the Rochester Royals. And he swings and misses, McLean does. Riola's 1-1, and again he has McLean outguessing. The count is 1-2. The pitch. Riola misses low to even it at 2 apiece. Riola working quickly, normally a shortstop in college. Has McLean guessing, and he records his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. All 3 swinging. David Ernst, the left fielder, strides to the plate. This is typically what helps you win in town ball is, do you have that top-level starting pitching, and do you have a couple? First pitch taken high by Ernst. That's often the separator for these elite of the elite, especially in Class B. Riola pumps over a strike, and it's 1-1. Riola also played his high school ball at Blaine. Blaine baseball producing a number of high school stars. Spent some time at Iowa Western Community College before transferring to Louisiana Lafayette. Swing and a miss from Ernst, and it's 2-2. Sun trying to peek through the clouds here as we near the 5 o'clock hour here in Miesville. Riola rocks and fires, and it's fouled off behind the Moorhead dugout. The 2-2. Taken low, and the count runs full. Riola rocks and fires, and Ernst swings and misses. 4th strikeout of the afternoon, 4th in 5 batters for Riola, and after giving up a leadoff single, he's retired the last 5 hitters. Brings up Chandler Eibach with 2 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 2nd. You just look at Moorhead, they just look young and thin, not the biggest team by any means. Not compared to some of the teams. Eibach lofts that into left field. That'll get down in front of Heldman for a base hit. First pitch single for Chandler Eibach, the catcher.
Number 4 at shortstop, Nick Salentine.
Brings up Nick Salentine, the shortstop. So Riola, when he's not striking people out, giving up singles to Moorhead batters. Once again, 2 on and 1 out, or 2 out and 1 on. 4-4 and nothing. The totals for Moorhead, or Champlin Park rather. Moorhead 0-2-0. Appears that rain shower was just intermittent, just for 30 seconds to a minute, and now we're back to mild sunshine and just variable cloudiness. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. It tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike number 2. 0-2 the count with 2 out. Eibach leads from first. The pitch. Taken low for a ball. Riola sets and delivers the 1-2. Runner goes, and it's shot foul down the right field line, or actually behind, near the cemetery behind this Beautiful ballpark here in Miesville. Perennially one of the top 5 in the state, Jack Ruhr Field. And its team won yesterday over the Anoka Bucks pretty comfortably to get into the semifinals of the Class B tournament. Looking for another state championship. Riola's pitch swung on and missed, and he strikes out the side here in the second. To the third inning we go. Champlin Park leads it 4-0 here in Miesville.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Rawlings, the mark of a pro.
Still sounding okay?
All video rights are owned by the MBA and have been licensed to from the site for the day. The LoGators are in the top half of the third inning, now batting the second baseman, Drake Signs.
Drake Signs leads things off here in the third inning for Champlin Park. Still facing Cole Christensen on the mound. And Christensen grooves a strike over for the first delivery. Signs, Conley, and Nelson in this third. You can tell Christensen's got some life on his pitches, but Champlin Park jumped on him early in the first inning, and it's 4-0 as a result. Swung on and missed. A big cut by Signs, who walked and was stranded at third in his only plate appearance. Christensen's 1-2. Taken low. Hopefully no weather delays in this one like we did in the first game. 2 hours, the rain delay in our opening game, and that one slipped out of his hand, and Signs had to duck out of the way. So the count's full on the LoGators' second baseman. The 3-2. He swings and lofts it out to left field. It's drifting back at the fence. Gone! A home run! Drake Signs leaves the yard for the LoGators to start the third inning. Ernst drifted back, got to the track, took a look, and it went over. And Drake Signs gives Champlin Park a 5-0 lead over Moorhead. A leadoff home run here in the third for Drake Signs. And that'll be it for Cole Christensen today. They'll bring a reliever in from the bullpen. We'll tell you more about him in a second here from Miesville. 5-0 our score.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv, The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball state tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.TV will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, feature stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood, NSPN.TV.
Join our team while supporting yours. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is looking for camera operators and broadcasters for our live game streams. The atmosphere of sporting events can't be beat. Be a part of the action with flexible scheduling and guaranteed game rate pay. If you're a student or adult looking for an opening into the world of sports media, or to just make a little extra cash, send us an email at jobs@nspn.tv. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Some changes here in the third inning. For Moorhead as Joe Halleck comes on to relieve Cole Christensen. And they also brought in number 23 to play third base on the double switch, and that is Denver Blinn, who will be the new third baseman for some changes for Moorhead as Cole Christensen's done after just 2 innings of work, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. And coming in to replace him, Joe Halleck, who's got some good offensive numbers, and he's coming out of the bullpen. Denver Blinn comes in as well on the double switch to play third, and he starts out Reed Conley with a strike. Conley grounded out to third, drove in a run in the process, and he takes 2 strikes. And with a single elimination game like this, you really just cannot mess around if your guy doesn't look like he has it. Wrapped up the middle, over it, hits the second base bag, and Conley's going to get a single that way. Jacobson gloved it, but could not make the throw in time. A lucky bounce for Reed Conley, but he'll take it. 6th hit of the game already for Champlin Park. Brings up Bryce Nelson, who had an RBI single to drive in the 4th run of the first inning for Champlin Park. So it doesn't seem to matter who's pitching for Moorhead. Champlin Park's getting aboard. Halleck's first pitch inside for a ball. And they are getting contributions up and down the lineup. Bryce Nelson, the 7th hitter in the order, and he had an RBI single, as we said. Nelson takes in tight, and it's 2-0. We're in the top of the 3rd from Jack Ruhr Field here in Miesville, home of the Mud Hens. Conley aboard. Not a threat to steal. As Halleck gets that one over. Halleck with impressive offensive totals, as we said, 4 home runs, 13 RBI, but he's on in relief. Third baseman Denver Blinn even with the bag, and it gets hit to him. He goes to second for 1, on to first, not in time. Hustling Bryce Nelson beats it out. Conley retired by the force, 5-4. For the first out of the inning, Nelson aboard. Matt Merrick steps to the plate. Merrick grounded out to the pitcher in his first and only plate appearance. And the rain again continuing to drizzle. It's just going to be windy and kind of wet the rest of the way. But hopefully nothing like we saw this morning, which really made them do some work on the field. The pitch. Call over for a strike. One and one the count. One on, one out here in the top of the third. The pitch. Squares to bunt, gets it down, back to Halleck, throw to first, dug out nicely at first by Peschel, and he catches the low throw, but the sacrifice bunt moves the runner to second. So Nelson is in scoring position for Ryan Bruns, who grounded out to the third baseman Adam in the first to end the first. Halleck pitches, and he misses. Low and inside. Runs about as wide a stance as you'll see in that batter's box. Very balanced. Halleck's delivery over for a called strike. All Champlin Park so far. Sam Riola has been mowing down the Brewers with 5 strikeouts already in 2 innings. And 5-0 on the scoreboard. Bruns wraps it foul. Denver Blinn had been playing DH, and now he's at third. Not sure if they expect more pull hits or whatnot, but that's going to get down into left field just over the shortstop's head. That'll allow Bryce Nelson to scamper home. Kind of went in awkwardly, but he crosses the plate for the 6th LoGator run of the game. Timely hitting for Ryan Bruns. He just put it exactly where it needed to go, and it's 6-0. That turns the lineup over for Sam Riola. He's 1 for 2 today with a run. You can just see that why this Champlin Park team is so tough, is they'll get a pinch runner for Bruns.
The LoGators pinch running number 34, Aaron Erlaub.
In the form of Aaron Erlaub. Laub, I should say. 6-0 our score in the third. Champlin Park just absolutely dominating so far. The pitch. Over for a strike. Riola notching that average near to 500 in this game with his 1 for 2. And he looks at a ball outside from Halleck. Definitely a more subdued crowd, but a good one nonetheless. Halleck's pitch, cut on, and a big swing and a miss by Riola. A lot of Blaine Bengals on this Champlin Park team. LoGators a good Class B squad in the Mini Metro. That pitch taken outside. Blaine Fusion, who are playing as well, still alive in the tournament. They're the only team that finished ahead of the LoGators. We just saw the other one, Coon Rapids Redbirds, who finished third, right behind Champlin Park. Riola fists one foul.
Just a reminder, Britt, to once again bring all foul balls back to the concession stand for a cash reward.
2-2 the count. 2 out, 2 in, 1 on. Leadoff homer by Drake Science. The pitch. High to run the count full. The pitch. Wafted out to left field. That's going to get down in left center field. Racing around from first. The throw to the plate. In there, sliding. Riola cruising into third. On the throw home, it's an RBI double for Sam Riola. Champlin Park pouring it on here in Miesville. You almost wonder if you want to give Riola a break, but you can't take anything for granted in this elimination style. So Jack Puder stands in. He's walked twice and scored once. He looks at a called strike from Joe Halleck. That one, a 3-2 offering, just belted out to the gap in left center field. So Riola now 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. The 0-2 delivery from Halleck, and Puder swings and hits it out to right center field, drifting over. And now back and under it is Flayton to retire the side. But Champlin Park tacks on 3 more, and we go to the bottom of the third. 7-0, all LoGators here in Miesville.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Sam Riola back out there to start the third inning. He's mowed down 5 of the first 6 outs he's recorded via the strikeout. What an inning, though. 4 in the first, 3 in the third for Champlin Park. Meanwhile, the Brewers have dinged Riola for a couple hits, but otherwise they have not been able to cash in. Spencer Flayton, the 9-hitter, steps in. It'll be 9-1-2 in the order for Moorhead. against Riola. Pumps over a strike. College shortstop certainly has a strong enough arm, and if he throws enough strikes like he's doing here. 7 runs on 8 hits as he gets another and is quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. 7 runs on 8 hits and no errors for Champlin Park. Riola's 0-2 just missed wide. Meanwhile, Moorhead with no hits, or no runs rather, those 2 hits and an error. The pitch, fouled on back. Don't want to stake the LoGators, a team as good as the LoGators, out to a 7-0 lead. That's a recipe for disaster. That was a odd, almost quick pitch from Riola, but Flayton manages to foul it off and stay alive. Fergus Falls Hurricanes and the Waconia Lakers coming up next. This time he turns. Shows his back to the pitcher, or the batter rather, and misses. Little Class B action. Opening game for both teams. Coming up next. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Flayton didn't like it, but ultimately Sam Riola racks up his 5th or 6th strikeout of the game. He has fanned all but, it's recorded 7 outs, and all but one of them have been via strikeout. That one, the first one, looking. Brings up Braden Jacobson, the leadoff hitter, who singled in his first plate appearance. He turns the square and pulls it back. Jacobson and Eibach, the hits for Moorhead. The 1-0. A little bit inside. Riola well traveled, as we said, with his various colleges, but certainly has talent and will travel as he gets Jacobson to chase upstairs. 2-1 the count. Working quickly, he delivers, and that's fouled on back. And the count's 2-2. The 2-2. That one way upstairs. Good grab by Merrick. Not sure I know the derivation of LoGators, but I like it. One of the more unique nicknames. Riola's pitch lofted into center field, and Jacobson aboard with his 2nd hit of the day. Just kind of inside out of that into center field, and there's 1 on and 1 out. 1 out and now 1 on for Tanner Adam, who came in, and he's actually moved to catch. So Eibach must have been lifted. As Tanner Adam catching Halleck. That's why Blinn came in to play 3rd. Riola misses with the first one. 3rd single of the day, 2 of them by Jacobson. The set. And the pitch. Inside, high and inside. 2-0. Adam struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. We'll say that a lot, given that Riola has accumulated 6 strikeouts so far. The pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. 7-0 our score here in the bottom of the 3rd. Riola checks the runner, decides to throw over, nearly caught Jacobson leaning. Got a pretty quick move. Jacobson, don't know if he's a threat to steal. He is the leadoff hitter, but certainly Riola's concerned enough to throw over there, keep him close. The pitch. Low for a ball. 3-1. Positional versatility. That's what coaches seem to want these days. Adam coming in to catch after starting at third. He fouls that one back off the end of his bat. The 3-2. Low and inside, and Riola issues his first free pass of the day to Tanner Adams. So 2 are aboard with 1 out here in the third for the Brewers, and they'll take base runners any way they can get them. As Denver Blinn, DH, now third baseman, strides to the plate. Don't forget Fergus Falls and Waconia are coming up next. Should be a good crowd on hand from Waconia. And from Fergus Falls, although Waconia is obviously a little closer. Blinn fouls that off. He struck out swinging in the first as well. Riola delivers, swung on and fouled off at the plate. And he's ahead 0-2. Well, Saturday afternoon, state tournament baseball in Class B here on NSPN. The pitch. Wrapped on the ground to third, and it's going to roll foul. Touched up by Bruns. So interesting with town ball, you have a mix of college kids and whatnot, and then old vets like Ryan Bruns, kids and whatnot. All part of the charm. The wind continues to gust here at Jack Ruhr Field. Delivery just outside. Riola thought he had it, wanted it, but the home plate ump said no. Two on the delivery. Bounced in, and in fact, it gets by the catcher and allows the runners to advance to second and third. Merrick couldn't handle the delivery. Not maybe the best effort by him. A wild pitch. I think it'll be ruled a wild pitch. Jacobson advances to third. Adam to second. Two and two now on Denver Blinn. Pitch from the stretch again, or from the windup rather. Blinn chops that foul to his third base coach, to his manager. But with runners at second and third, like I said, now Riola can go back to the windup. 2-2 the count, 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Riola rocks and fires, and it's lofted out to right center field, drifting over to the track, and making the catch is Flayton. That does allow the runner to score, though, and Moorhead gets its first run. Be careful on that plate. Braden Jacobson crosses with the first run of the game for the Brewers. Tagging and going to third is Tanner Adam and Denver Blinn with a sac fly RBI. No shutout for Sam Riola. Well worked by the Moorhead Brewers, and Moorhead was always going to be tough to shut out. Sac fly RBI, and then first pitch swinging popped up to Bruns on the infield, and he'll squeeze it to retire the side. But Moorhead does get one back. They leave one as well. We head to the fourth inning, still 7-1 Champlin Park.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Yeah, we'll see. I just don't want our stuff to get searched. That's my main concern. I'll stay here till midnight to broadcast. What do I got to do?
The LoGators are in the top half of the fourth inning, leading off. Or, I should say, now adding to right fielder, Ethan Mackey.
Ethan Mackey starts things off here for Champlin Park in the fourth inning. Facing Joe Halleck on in relief of Cole Christensen, and he skips one in there for a ball. Three, four, five. Heart of the order for the LoGators here in the fourth. And Halleck misses. The pitch. Mackey swings and misses. He had a big RBI single in the first to drive in the first run, and then he flew out to right field in his second at bat. 1 for 2 today. The pitch. Lofts that out to right field as well. McLean drifting back shy of the track. He'll make the catch for the first out. One up, one out here in the fourth inning. For Jeff Hoyer, who had an RBI double and then flew out to center field to Flayton in center field to end the second inning, and he swings and misses at that low slider. Four in the first, 3 in the third for Champlin Park. One and one the count, one out. Lofted into center, coming on, Flayton diving, and he can't get it. It gets by him. Hustling for second, digging hard. Hoyer's going to make it, diving in with his second double of the game. Flayton laid out, but he couldn't get to it, and that allowed Hoyer to trundle into second with a double. And he's aboard in scoring position. Second two-bagger of the game for the cleanup hitter, Jeff Hoyer. The rain continuing to fall here, but not heavy enough to stop things. Joe Halleck on in relief of Cole Christensen, the starter for Moorhead. The pitch. Shot off to the right, foul. Or, I beg your pardon, that's not foul. That got down in the right field corner. Throw back to second, and they caught him leaning. Derek Signs after homering. I beg your pardon, there's a lot happening. But Signs caught off second, so he's thrown out after they threw behind the runner. But not before he drove in Jeff Hoyer from second to make it 8-1 Champlin Park. There's all kinds of activity because it's raining, so everyone is coming up into our general area here in the broadcast position, trying to seek shelter from the rain. I'm going to stand up so I can see over everyone. 8-1 our score here in the fourth as the Thunder's rolling in. And sky's very dark to the north, but they're trying to play on. Halleck misses wide. 2 out in the inning, 2 on the count on number 69, Reed Conley, the first baseman. He had an RBI ground out and then a reached via a fielder's choice, or reached via a single. So he's actually 1 for 2 with an RBI. Swings and misses at that one, and now the rain really starting to come down. People scampering for cover underneath the overhang here. The pitch swung on and missed. Halleck retires Conley, and they're bringing out the tarp. So for the second consecutive game here at Miesville, we'll have a rain delay. So we're going to step aside after 3.5 innings of play. It's 8-1 Champlin Park, and we are again in a rain delay here in Miesville. Back with you when we know more from Miesville here on NSPN.
Oh my God, you're shooting me. Second game, every game.
I don't know, but let's not F around. Let's get this done. Let's get this covered. Right now. Before it starts, let's learn our lesson. So. What? Don't let it blow away.
Should I grab a plastic bag from downstairs? Or, wait, is the towel dry? Or?
Yeah, the towels are dry. Let's just use what we got. They're dry enough. Well, let's put this down over it first.